Hello, and welcome to the Gifted Life Podcast, where we have conversations about organ tissue and eye donation and transplantation. You can always find us at thegiftedlife.org. Tell your friends. I'm Lori Steele.
I'm Jason Porcello.
Whoa, that's a new one. That's a new one. Hey, Jason.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
All right, so not Joey. We've established
Not
that
Joey,
part.
yes.
But we know you because you help to make life happen here at LOPA. How do you do that?
I am the donor care unit specialist.
And what does that mean?
I basically do all things clinical within our donor care center, which is in Covington, Louisiana.
Jason
which
is
a
making
rarity.
life happen.
Yeah, the
Yep.
only one here in the state of Louisiana. So we appreciate you filling big shoes for Joey here on the Gifted Life Podcast. Thank you, sir.
And it's so
Mine.
funny sitting so close to me.
I know.
I took Joey's seat, so
And of course, we have the fabulous Nyla.
Nyla Schwab.
Yeah, and we still have a good show for you coming up today on the Gifted Life. Jason, you want to kick us off?
We will be talking to a comedy legend,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and we'll learn about his tie to organ donation, his why, and how he's giving back.
I love it.
Me too. And I'm going to be talking about curiosity. Where does curiosity lead us?
I mean, can I guess? We were saying the cat?
No. No, we'll talk more. If that comes up
I
again, we'll talk
demerit,
more
Jason,
on that
on
one.
your first day. I don't know. All right, all that and more right here, The Gifted Life. Hang on. Here's Jamie. Did you get that reference, Jamie?
I sure did.
Jamie Alcroft.
I remember standing behind that gold curtain hearing Johnny's voice.
Oh, man, we are so excited to tell you the story of Jamie Alcroft today here on the Gifted Life Podcast. I was planning that. I was hoping to get a chuckle. So
That was good.
Got a little A to start off our interview. But Jamie
right.
is a comedian and a heart liver recipient, and he's doing amazing things in his community with his craft to help just spread the message about organ tissue and eye donation. So we were reading up on you. We were so excited to have you as a guest on the podcast, and we just couldn't wait to talk about your career, your transplant, and just what you're doing with life. So thank you so much. We started with the Johnny Carson reference. You want to kind of take us back a little bit about your career?
Oh boy, it's a wild ride. I can try to encapsulate
I know, so
it.
fun.
I can try to encapsulate it. Let's see how quickly I can do it. I'll be like Jim Machida here. I was out of college. I went to live in a horse ranch in Colorado, and I became an apprentice to a silversmith, and I opened a silver store after some trappers burned our house down because we were hippies. And then...
And this is all true, right? You're telling us the truth? Okay.
Yes, all true. And Silver, Colorado. And then Valerie Perrine came in my store. She bought one of my bracelets and she took it to her friend Jill St. John in Aspen. And Jill started buying my stuff and selling it in Aspen for God knows how much, too much money. And I went up there to visit her once, and I met her partner, and he said, I have a storefront in Key West. Let me sponsor you there for a couple months and see how you like it. So I went down to Key West, opened a store in Duval Street, and was there for 6 years. And I got bored, and so I went up to the local radio station, and I said, hey, I do voices and impressions, and I can make your commercial sound better. He said, okay, you can start tomorrow. So I was the morning man for 3 years in Key West on the rock and roll radio station. I got off the air one day, and there was a note waiting for me. Said, you must be one of the funniest men in Key West. I'm the other one, Mack Dryden. And I got together with him, and about a year and a half later, we were signed to William Morris. We did our first Tonight Show.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
It's just like, I got bored, so I did this. And then, on the Tonight Show.
Yeah, boom.
Okay, from
We
graduating.
we had a good old time, and Mac was from Moss Point, Mississippi, and we used to. And
we heard
he
that
painted me as
accent. We heard that throwback. Okay.
Yeah, he painted me as a bluebelly, so we would do a lot of stuff. And I'm a vegetarian, and he'd give me grief about that. And my goodness, we did a show in the Sanger Theater once in August in Mississippi. We were there for the Humidity Festival, obviously. Mac had placed third in the Mildew Sculpting Competition the year before, and he wanted to top himself. So we went down there, Sanger Theater, no AC, and we did a show down there. And just before the show, Mac ordered some kind of pulled pork and possum sandwich thing, and
I don't know.
I was going to say, I don't know about that.
yeah, I think he did. I believe he did. It was at Roadkill Cafe, and we and the lady behind the counter, I just asked for a salad, and she gave me a salad, but she had put these slices of ham and turkey and stuff on it. And I said, "Oh, wait a minute, I just wanted a salad." She said, "That's all right. I didn't charge you for it. Go ahead." Bless your heart.
Bless your heart. Southern drawl. I love it. I love it.
There's another one. So it's been a wild and wacky ride. The ice skater Peggy Fleming saw my Mac and myself. I think it was our second Tonight Show appearance. She saw us, and she called our agent and said, "I want those guys in my ice show."
Oh.
So we went to Lake Tahoe during the winter. Got to ski all day, be funny at night, and we did the Peggy Fleming ice show, and it was our first casino gig. And then when Peggy dropped out of the show, the only one who could skate her part was the one that taught it to her. So a woman named Sarah Kawahara, two-time Emmy Award-winning ice choreographer, started skating the show, and I stood in the wings and fell in love with her. And we've been
I love that
together for 50. We're married 45 years, together for 50.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's special.
So that's some kind of record in Hollywood, I'll tell you that.
Well,
and that was a wild ride and telling us your whole story.
But he's even got.
Well, that's not even the whole story.
He's
My
even got
daughter-
family that's in the entertainment bubusiness too. From his.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the kids
yeah.
yet, so that's more to come.
My daughter is Haley Kiyoko, and her movie that she wrote and directed is coming out June 19th nationally.
Like how he just talks about, like she just did a movie. And I was on the Johnny Carson show.
Oh my goodness.
Stuff like that. Well, that stuff happens to you. It just happens to you when living in Hollywood. That's just,
That is so
you go walk out in
fun.
the street, somebody casts you in a movie.
Oh my gosh. Well, and we're talking about donation here on this podcast, and so you have a tie to donation. So while all this is going on, tell us when that was part of your journey and how that unfolded.
Well, that was the background to my journey, and now my journey began. I didn't realize that I was going to have a whole new rebirth, and it's been a miracle in so many ways. I got to meet my two grandchildren because of my donor. I got to walk my daughter down the aisle because of my donor. I've been able to see Haley perform at the Staples Center and on the Jimmy Kimmel Show, and and all these wonderful blessings. I've got to be with my wife and love her and have wonderful experiences with her and my kids and my two grandchildren. It's just phenomenal, and I have my donor to thank for that. Somebody who just checked off a box because they realized that they should recycle themselves. We recycle cans, we recycle glass. America's pretty good about that. We do about 76% of recycling of recyclable objects, but we're only hitting 53% on recycling the most recyclable thing on earth, and that's ourselves. And the lives we can save, the lives we can improve, the sight we can give. So here I'm thanking my donor every day for something. A wind will blow across my face. I'll hear the birds sing, and I thank him. And I didn't know his name. I just thanked him. And then I thought to myself, well, wait a minute. I'm here for a reason. Stranger saved my life. I've got to do something. And other than just be funny and do voices for video games and all the silly stuff I do. And so I went to Mike Lacey at the Comedy Magic Club in Hermosa Beach, and that is the premier comedy club for comedians because you really get, when you're doing a television appearance, you work out at the Comedy Magic Club. because that's where the audience is true and pure. They're not tourists. They're not, tourists in town in Hollywood. Oh, we got to see this. We got to see that. Oh, we're going to laugh. Oh, we're going to get drunk. Oh, we're going to, these people are just, they go there for the comedy. Jay Leno works there every Sunday. He's worked there every Sunday for decades.
Aww.
And he always tried out his monologue material there.
Ah,
And Mac and I always tried out our Tonight Show material there because that's where you got a good, true read of what the material was doing. So I went to Mike Lacey and I said, Mike, you're aware of my heart and liver transplant about 6 years ago. Well, I would like to try to give back and thank people who are still on this earth because I'm so frustrated that I haven't been able to thank my donor because he's just gone. And it's just that this is the way it works so many times. So how do we thank people that are still here? Thank them for the promise of life. Thank them for being compassionate and having the grace to say, yeah, I don't need this stuff. And somebody else might live on because of me. Hey, I might be a hero. I might actually have a legacy. And Mike said, well, what can we work out? I said, how about the first Thursday of every month? We did that for a year at that club. And we had a table in the back. We passed out literature about donorship. It was just a wonderful vibe that first Thursday. It was great. Arsenio worked there. Paul Reiser came down. All these wonderful comics came down and worked out. And we showed over a year that we could put 50 additional audience members in the showroom per show. We averaged 50 additional over a year. So then I went to the Improv because I knew they have 14, 15 clubs across the country. And I said, Aaron, an old friend of mine, we used to work the Improv all the time when we were working out. And she said, wow, that's a great idea, Jamie. Let's do it in all our clubs. So now all of the Improvs across the country, Denver, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Huntsville, Alabama, West Nyack, New York, Brooklyn, New York, Raleigh, North Carolina, just off the top of my head, I can't name them all, but I should have some notes. However, all of the improv comedy clubs where you see the best stand-up comics in the world perform offer donor nights. And so if you're a registered organ donor, all you have to do is call that club and say, I'm a donor, and you get 2 free tickets per pink dot or per donor indication on your license.
We have the red
no matter
heart
where you
here.
are.
Yeah.
So it's not just locally I'm doing it. It's a national program.
But I'm just sitting here thinking the people that you're able to reach that we can't. So we go out in our community and do this, but you're crossing paths with people who probably would never have a conversation about donation. But it's in this fun, way, comfortable, calm, and hopefully a couple of laughs. Like, think of the lives saved just because you said, I've got to do more. I got to honor my donor hero in this way.
Well,
that's pretty cool.
We averaged 3 signups per show.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
So how many?
That's something. That's an audience.
That's amazing.
It's an audience to be about 240 people.
That's amazing.
And frankly, that was my frustration. I've been an ambassador for One Legacy, which is our fabulous OPO out here.
Agree, yeah.
And they just do amazing work, and they're so vital and vibrant. They sent me out to hospitals, and then they would send me to schools and talk to medical students. And then they would send me to the DMV.
Yeah, right.
We used to be our ground zero, not so much anymore with the computerization of it. There's not that human contact anymore where somebody can say, do you want to sign your donor card?
Jamie, do you mind if I ask, how did you, what led up to you needing a heart and liver transplant?
Oh, I have a congenital condition. It's my left ascending artery has a weak wall, and I had what they call a widowmaker on an airplane at 30,000 feet coming back from a gig in Seattle.
Wow.
And that's a story I write about in my book, The Tin Man Diaries. That's quite a saga, how I stayed alive on that plane till they got me to a hospital. It took them an hour and a half. So I suffered damage to my heart, and I lived for 12 years with a 20% EF. I don't know.
So
People,
basically, if I'm gonna help you out with the audience understanding, so basically you
Yeah,
had
please.
a left ascending or I'm trying to say LAD.
LAD, yeah.
LAD myocardial infarction or heart attack for 90 minutes in air, and the result
Correct.
from that, from getting the help that you needed, gave you an ejection fraction of 20%, in which normal is probably 50 or greater.
Well, yeah, 50 or greater, 60.
Yeah,
So my ejection fraction is 60 now.
yeah. But I'm just saying for
Wow,
a normal heart.
In
So
this new baby I got in my previously enjoyed organ. My
so
certified.
from that heart attack as well, your liver took a hit. I'm assuming too, because the ejection fraction was 20% for however long.
Exactly. That's
Yes.
what happened. And then after 12 years, and I was going out, I was doing cruise ships with Mack. I was working corporate gigs. We had toured with Diana Ross and done a corporate gig with her one night and realized, hey, we're clean comedians. We can work anywhere. And so we discovered the corporate market, and we worked that for about 25 years. And that was very gratifying, very rewarding work. Didn't make you famous, but the money was great. And the work was fun because you got to customize a show for all these different corporations that, God bless them. People in corporate America, they just, they have a tough road to hoe.
You
And
have
they need a little comedy every once in a while.
I was going to say, that's the bright spot.
Yeah.
lived.
So, but anyway, I was still working, and nobody said, boy, this is going to be hard on your other organs.
Did you
But it
feel
was.
just awful leading up to the incident?
You know what happened? This is the symptom, and I'll share this with everybody. I had congestive heart failure. My EF was now 7.
That sounds scary. That's a scary
Oh,
number,
that's
huh?
It was
yeah.
July 17th, 2017.
Got it marked.
My EF was 7.
Oh my
Are you
gosh.
on the transplant list at this point?
No. My
Okay.
EF had to go down to 4
Oh,
before I could get
that's
on the
almost
transplant
death,
list.
isn't it? Was that?
Did you require an LVAD or any kind of?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Would not do it.
So
No.
it's just basically
I said
heart
just-
function's really, really low at this
Yeah.
point?
So basically, his heart was not
Yeah.
basically squeezing or pumping enough oxygenated blood to the rest of his body. So basically, that's why his liver took a hit.
And you were
Is that
functioning,
Jason?
Jamie?
Is
You were
that Jason?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was laying in bed. I would get up and take walks up and down the hallway and entertain the troops.
Oh my gosh.
And it was. I had my dog with me. I had a big old black golden doodle then, and they let him be in Cedars with me during the day, and that was nice. And my family was visiting me. People were sneaking me sushi and crab, and because I knew I couldn't eat sushi once I had a transplant, and
Ever? You can't eat sushi?
ever.
Ah.
No, you can't. No raw food at all.
You should see Jason's
once you-
reaction here to what you're saying.
This is true. No, this is true. You can't eat. You just got to use it for bait, which was originally purposed for.
So,
But anyway, what happened was they came to me and they said, we need to do a liver biopsy. We're suspicious that your heart has damaged your liver. In fact, my heart had doubled in size. The left side had died, and the right side was the only one working at this time. Okay.
what is that like to get that news?
They went down to, well, it's living. It's life. I didn't know.
Oh,
Listen,
my.
I didn't know whether this face, the last face I was looking at, might be the last face I'd ever see.
Oh, man.
So I wanted to make sure the last face I saw had a big smile on it and was laughing if possible. Because I wasn't going to go out feeling sorry for myself. I was going to go out feeling sorry for the people that had to live without me if I went.
See, the people that we talk to, it's these attitudes and
Yeah.
these positive vibes. Okay.
You have to. That's why I wrote my book. That's why my book's so funny.
I've got to
Tin
read
Man
your book.
Diaries.
I love,
There's
yeah.
nothing morbid about it. It's a romp, man, because all this funny stuff was happening, Randy. I mean, I'm laying in the hospital for my liver biopsy, and the doctor comes up to me with his mask on. He says, "I'm Dr. Schwartz. I'll be performing the surgery today. There's a chance of stroke or internal bleeding." And I looked at him. I said, "For me or for you?"
So,
I bet he didn't know what to do.
I just transformed myself into a movie. Like I went back when you were doing that doing that voice. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, you
so,
are gifted, so I'm
yeah.
glad that you shared that with the world for sure.
it was just, oh, yeah. I had one nurse. I had to be Sean Connery every time she came in the room, for God's sake.
I want to hang out
It
with
was-
you, Jamie. I do.
I
It
want
was
to learn
very
how to do
disturbing.
that. Oh my gosh.
It was very, very disturbing. And then another girl was a big Beatles fan, so I did John Lennon for her.
I was so
It was a
hoping
bit
you
of
would go
fun.
into voices because, I mean,
so amazing.
your career has been amazing. So we love what you're
It's
doing.
been fun.
I did want to find out. So before you had the incident, before you knew you needed a transplant, were you pro-donation? Did you know anything about donation? Was that just even something that
Oh, I had been a
crossed your
donor
path?
since I was 17.
Was it just you just put it on the heart because that was the thing to do, or like did you know about
Meryl
it?
Streep and I went and got our licenses together.
Did you say
Are
Meryl
you
Streep?
serious? Are you serious? That's
Yeah,
Same.
she was from New Jersey too. She was dating my best friend.
oh
Gosh.
that's just really cool. But the back to what's really amazing is that you received this beautiful gift of heart and liver, and you are continuing to give back. I mean,
Well, listen, you got to do that. You just got to. I mean, you can't just sit there and say, "Oh, I just hate my tacrolimus. Oh, I hate all the pills I have to take.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, get over yourself."
but
It's
you're
just, it just, I don't understand a lot of stuff that goes on in the world, but that's one thing that it just baffles me. So I approach it with very lighthearted. And let me tell you something about my donor. Now, about a year and a half ago, I got an email, and the subject line read, "From your donor's daughter." Well, I stared at that thing because, a year after your transplant, you're allowed to write to your donor family through a proxy agency. They know who you are, but you never know who they are unless they want you to.
starts confidential, correct? Yes.
That's the policy, national policy. Well, I opened it up. She said her name was Brianne Miller. Brianne, if you're out there, hi. Thanks for writing to me. And we're taking requests now. And I wanted to know the guy's name because I talked to him every day. And so she said, "I've read your book twice. I've seen you on Facebook with your grandchildren. I'm so glad you're using my father's heart for good," in caps, capital G, capital O, capital D, which is the way I spell God, by the way. And so I wrote her back. And of course, it was just effusive in thanks and in gratitude. And I said, "What was your father's name? Because I'd like to be able to thank him by name." And she said, "His name is Thomas William Miller." Well, a couple of days later, after this fabulous, magical correspondence, I looked up his obituary because I knew the day he died. It was the day I lived. And in fact, Thomas William Miller, I was told he was killed in a motorcycle accident. I had empathy for this poor guy that went on a motorcycle, might have got creamed by a truck or something, I don't know. And I didn't know, but I had deep empathy for him, and I still do. I found out that he had served time for grand theft auto and home invasion. He'd been estranged from his family for 12 years. His daughter hadn't spoke to him in those years. And she got a phone call saying, "Your father has been shot in the back of the head, execution style, by a cartel at a pot farm in Northern California."
Oh my goodness.
So he and his partner got popped and a drug deal got wrong and saved my life and kept me here on earth. So when something that profound sinks into your brain, sinks into your spirit, you have to do something. And I think that's what triggered me to start this national program. It really was. It's just that someone who, for some reason, led an unfortunate life, made some unfortunate choices, made that one most important choice to be a donor. How about that, huh?
That's why she
That is-
capitalized good, huh?
Yeah.
She's doing such good work with it.
That's why she capitalized good.
Oh
That's
my
right.
God, that was
And
heavy.
what a ripple effect for her, to know that her
Yeah.
father's heart lives on, and someone who's
Yeah.
just doing beautiful things in the world
Well,
and honoring
you
that.
talked to. Yes, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, but honoring that truly. You were talking about grief before we came on the air, and I discovered something because I started this program. They put me on the One Legacy Float in the Rose Parade this year,
Yeah, nice.
and the one time it rained in L.A.
Right,
was
of course.
that day.
That's how it goes.
It was a monsoon, and I was so honored to sit on that float with these people who had donated. Living donors were there. A woman had donated part of her liver and a kidney. All these giving people were on this float, but I saw a donor family listening to the heart of their 18-year-old daughter who'd been killed by a drunk driver in the chest of a grown man. And then I followed them, and I saw them meet the teenager who had his eyesight restored with their daughter's corneas. And I expressed my condolences to the mother, and she said, "It's okay, Chelsea was a hero."
Yeah.
And I realized in that moment, it was such an epiphany, how it eased the grieving process for people. And so sometimes when people say to me, "Oh, nobody's getting my stuff," I said, well, think of it this way. You have people that love you and are going to be sad when you go. And it's going to make them a little less sad if you're a hero, and they can meet the people whose lives go on through you.
Yeah.
Pretty powerful
And
stuff. Yeah.
it is tremendously powerful. I wrote a letter to Anderson Cooper. I wanted to talk about it on his show about grieving, because I don't think anybody, nobody in my circle had talked about that before.
Unless it impacts
don't know.
you. We find that a lot. So you just
Do
getting
you?
all of these
Yeah.
people to think about it, to talk about it,
Yeah.
like that's an incredible feat. That is good
Well,
in all caps.
It is good in all caps.
So he talked
like
about
that.
his book. If you want more with Jamie, it's called The Tin Man Diaries, A Sudden Change of Heart, Loosely Told Facts of Tightly Held Truths. You can find that on Amazon. Love the artwork for the book. We love what
Thank
you're
you.
doing with your foundation. We love that
The
you
artwork
made
was done by Sherry Coben,
Okay.
who was the creator of the TV show Kate and Alley.
I love that show. Oh my gosh.
You
I
are
just want to
Yeah,
pick your
I hate
brain.
that.
We could talk to you all day.
I'm sorry for dropping names. I know name dropping's tacky. You know who told me that? Paul McCartney.
Oh my gosh.
Jimmy Taylor was standing right next to him when he said it.
Well, I would
I think
drop names if
Mahatma
I had
Gandhi was
names.
over Muhammad Gandhi was over having a sandwich.
I love
You know
it.
what the Buddha said to the hot dog vendor?
Uh-oh. I'm kind of scared.
What did the Buddha say to the hot dog vendor?
What?
I have no idea.
Make me one with everything.
Oh, make me one with everything. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
you
and
see
then
how
he
his
hands him
brain
a
works?
$5 bill.
I thought
He
my
hands him
brain
a
was
$5
busy.
bill.
His brain
The
was busy.
hot dog vendor gets a $5 bill, and then the guy with the hot dog says, "Where's my change?" The hot dog vendor says, "Change comes from within."
That's good.
Boom, boom. That's a good
Yeah.
way to end it on a
Yeah.
smile.
Bada-boom.
Doing good. So we appreciate you visiting with us here on The Gifted Life, Mr. Jamie. Thanks for sharing a little bit about your life and your story to help others learn.
It was
we
an
love
honor,
partnering
an
with you.
absolute honor. The work that you folks are doing is really commendable and wonderful. I commend you for doing it. Thank you.
And back
Thank
at you.
you.
Keep
Thank
doing
you
it.
for showing
Thank you.
up for
Yes,
us.
thank you.
Thank you.
That was great. See y'all.
Bye-bye.
Tell all
Your mama,
tell all your
ma'am.
famous people we said hi.
Well.
Here on the Gifted Life podcast, it's time to take a moment for mental health.
And I'm told that we're going to kick it to Nyla, who is usually our mental health expert.
Yeah.
But today, just today, you're going to be the curiosity coach.
I like that. I want it to be forever. I want to be the curiosity coach forever.
But I think you do fill that role for us because you're always asking questions and getting us to think more. So we like that.
I do too. I was sitting there thinking, like, mental health expert sounds, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm proud that I got my LPC, licensed professional counselor. But I think that life is all about moving forward and being curious. I mean, we don't know what life's going to bring us. We can make our plans. We can do all the preparation for it. But what happens when you hit a place you don't know what to do?
Mm-hmm.
So
that's every day for
I wake up. Yeah.
The kids are growing up, work, it's stressful.
But, sometimes we try something that we planned and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And you could get angry about it. You could get stuck with it. But let's take that to even a harder space. And then when you lose someone you love.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a space that we have to be curious about. How are we going to move forward? How are we going to take our loved one and carry their name forward with us? Mm-hmm. And so I just think curiosity, I have clients that come to me because I see a few clients on the side. And even with the families I speak to at LOPA, they ask questions like I have the answer and I don't.
Yeah.
Nobody has the answer for somebody else's life. We can help guide. We can walk alongside someone.
But you do that so expertly because I'll have an issue at work or in life. And if I could just talk to Nyla, we don't have a couch in her office. We should. But just talking to her, you just kind of help me move forward. That's your role.
So I have this one client, and I think she would laugh if she heard me say this, but I said, are you getting anything out of this? Because if not, I can help you find somebody. And she goes, yes. Like you don't just sit there and wait for me to make the decision, but you don't make it for me. Mm-hmm. And you guide me.
Right.
You get me and I'm like, that's it. Because you've got to be curious. You have 50 minutes with me. That's it. So what do you do the rest of your day, the rest of your life? But that's anyone that we come in contact with. Be curious who they are. I love that I talked to another, a mother, and I had a conversation with her. One conversation. I learned so much. And I hung up and I thought, what a beautiful person.
Yeah.
And then a year later, I make a phone call to her. I had no idea what her journey was. But the more questions I asked and the more she was willing to share, I just told her, I said, I didn't know that I could walk past someone and not see the layers of their life as much as what I learned in just 15 minutes of you opening that door and sharing about your loved one. Mm-hmm. And she was like, wow. And I was like, no, that's a double wow on this end because I learned from it. I learned more from her than she ever got from me.
I learn from our people. I tell them that all the time of how to deal with trauma in life or obstacles or all of that. I just learned so much from our families that choose to volunteer with us and all of that. When we talk about curiosity, I was focused on Jason because, I'm in the community and I'm loud. I think, but you seem very I'm going to ask a lot of questions. I'm going to figure it out. Like you're the curious type, it seems.
Yes, yeah? I'm very nerdy in that perspective. Very nerdy.
But you get it right because you're leading our donor care center, and it's.
I mean, we will make mistakes, and I try to do better the next time. Basically.
But you learn from it.
Yes, 100%.
But you have to be curious to do better, right?
Yep.
You have to.
I want to learn, so I will look at whatever the situation would be, and I would deep dive, rabbit hole, go down, learn about it, and. I'll have my, as I call them, my nerdy conversations with our team. And
well, we appreciate you for that because we learn from you and you do that because sometimes we don't even know to ask that particular question, which is pretty amazing that you bring it to the team.
And learning is curiosity because our brain wants to find an answer and we can lock on to an answer. But what about, there could be so many other options out there. It's almost like walking into a room and seeing only one door. But when you're curious, there may be several doors. Yeah. And each of those doors leads us in a different path.
I would say also the curiosity, if we're going to stick to this word.
Okay.
It looks like he's curious about the word that you chose for today.
If you're not curious, you're not going to ask questions. And I think, you doing what you do and being able to get somebody to, let down their walls and have an open conversation to feel confident and safe to ask questions. That's huge. I mean, it's in every aspect of our families, even with our fellow colleagues that we work here with. It's everyday life. Like if I can't ask a question, right? If I can't be curious, I won't grow, and then nobody improves.
Okay, he can be a curiosity coach
Yeah.
too. I mean, like, let's give him that title in addition
I was
to your.
thinking about my kids while y'all were talking,
Yeah,
and that's what we
that's
try to
good.
tell them, because even though we're older and we have established jobs and careers and those kinds of things,
we have
we're learning
experience, yeah.
every day,
Continuing
right?
to learn.
And so it made me sad, like if people don't, if they just accept for what it is and they don't ask those questions. I was like, oh, that's sad. So I like that you're encouraging us to ask those questions. Watch out, Jason. They're
Be
coming.
curious,
They're coming.
right?
Be
Coming
curious.
for you,
Let's go.
sir. All right. We like that topic. Thank you, Nyla. You have a topic you want us to tackle here on The Gifted Life? We'd love to hear from you. Just simply shoot us an email, info@thegiftedlife.org. In every episode of The Gifted Life, we honor a hero. Today's hero is Eddie LeDoux.
We learn about Eddie from his family. Eddie was the type of guy who made everyone smile. He had a larger-than-life personality, and it seemed he knew everybody. Everyone loved Eddie. He was a friend to all and always the life of the party. He had a servant's heart and would give anyone the shirt off his back, and probably his pants too. He loved his family more than anything. His wife and 3 daughters were his world, and he made sure everyone knew it. When Eddie passed away on March 11th, 2026, our world was turned upside down. But we rejoice in the fact that Eddie was able to donate his liver and kidneys to save 3 lives. Forever our hero.
So let's pause and say thank you to Eddie for the gift of life.
And that's going to do it for this episode of The Gifted Life. And what an episode it was.
It sure was. I really enjoyed learning so much from the comedy legend,
Right.
Mr. Jamie, and just learning about how he's paying it forward with his Laugh for Life Foundation and how him and his family are that's just amazing family all together.
Him and the fam.
Oh, so inspiring.
Yes, paying it forward. Love that. Thanks for listening, guys. Remember, you can register as an organ, eye, and tissue donor anytime. Registerme.org for this episode and more. The best place to find us on our website, thegiftedlife.org.
Listen there and find links to listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you listen on Apple Podcasts, that's a tongue twister,
Yeah.
please leave us a 5-star rating. It really does help others find us.
Yeah, on social, like our page on Facebook. It's called The Gifted Life Podcast. You'll like that. You can also follow us on Instagram at Gifted Life Pod. We'd appreciate it. Now our ask is that you go out and do something you wouldn't normally do to help us make life happen. We're one big team. This is a production of the Louisiana Organ Procurement Agency, or LOPA. The Gifted Life is hosted by Lori Steele, Joey Boudreau, and Nyla Schwab. Our executive producer is Paige Ogle. Producer is Shalon Caraway. And we are recorded, engineered, and mixed in our Covington, Louisiana studio by Troy Perez.